Let me just turn the music down. So I really wanted to start this 30-day challenge because I don't know about you, I've been sort of an on and off journalist for the last few months. So I really want to sort of make it more of a habit because journaling can go such a long way to setting your day up right, helping you be more productive. It's really great for your mental health, and I think it's a really good habit for everyone to have. So that's what we're going to try and build over the next 30 days. And I wanted to do it live so that we can keep each other accountable, because every time I've tried to do journaling in the past, I have flopped off. I've not really stuck to it because I've not kept myself accountable. So this is going to be my way of keeping myself accountable as well as keeping you guys accountable, and we can do it together. So for this first session, I'm going to take you through exactly how I do my journaling, and if you've got your journal with you, then you can obviously write this down. We can write things down, like write our goals and everything together, and I was planning on doing this every morning. So yeah, I'm really excited for this challenge. Someone suggested that at the end of the challenge we do a little compilation of all the clips, or like what we've learned and stuff, for an actual full-on YouTube video, and I think that's going to be really cool. So even if you're watching this on replay, you can still be part of the journey, and I'm just so excited. Right, so let's get started. Oh, morning face. You can tell I'm sort of here, but I'm sort of half asleep still. Right, so the way I want to do this, I wanted to do this properly because another thing that made me not stay consistent with journaling in the past is that my journaling literally looked like such a mess. Such a mess. So we've got the highlighters out. I use these ones, these Stabilo ones. I love the pastel highlighters. I went through a massive phase. It will not phase. I had a realization in high school that I didn't like the really, what are they called? The neon highlighters. They just really put me off. So I got these pastel ones and I've been using them since high school. I've got them, I think I've got them on my Amazon storefront, so I'll link that in the description once I'm done, because we could be twinning with our journal. Right, I also have these if I want to be extra fancy, but you know, start with the basics. I'm one of those people who only writes in black pen for like actual writing. But yeah, so the first thing that I want you to write down in your journal, if you've got your journal with you, is what are you thankful for today? So just take a few seconds, 30 seconds, and think about one thing you're thankful for today, and I want you to write that down. I've got music on here, so I just wanted to give you guys space to write down things in your journal as I'm doing it as well, because I know a lot of the times with these, like all the really fast reels on Instagram and everything, you don't have that space to actually do the journaling as well. So that's what we're doing. Right, so one thing you're thankful for today. I'll turn the music up. It also doesn't have to be like a massive thing. You could just have the tiniest thing that you're thankful for every day. So for me, I'm gonna share everything that I'm writing down today at least. So one thing I'm thankful for is that it's not raining outside, because it's been so wet recently. Like I've left the house, it's been downpour. So I'm seeing some sun, there's some blue sky, there are clouds, but there's more sun than no sun currently. So that's on right now. Okay, so we're gonna have 3 questions that we're gonna ask ourselves every morning during these 30 days of journaling, and that's the first one. So one thing you're thankful for. The next, I wrote this down a while ago and to try and decipher my scribbles. Okay, no, that's not the right question. So you see why I need to get on top of my journaling. Okay. Yeah, we got it. So the next question is, what quality do I want to show more of today? So when I say quality, I mean what aspect of you do you want to share more of today? So whether that's like joy, whether that's patience, whether that's being intentional. Think of one thing that you want to show more of today, in any aspect of your life as well. There are so many different qualities you could choose from, but I really want you to focus on just one, because this is going to make it so much easier. Like, your focus isn't going to be on everything at once, and you can always choose different things to focus on over the different days of this challenge. But having that one main focus really, it will help you develop more in that area, which will lead to developing other areas of your character as well. So, what do I want to share today? The word that's coming to mind is intentional. I want to be more intentional with my time today. So I'm going to put that down. Is intentionality a word? I think it should be a word. I'm using copyrighted free music, and this is like the outro that I put on all of the end of my YouTube videos, and it suddenly just hit me. Actually no, that's going to distract me. Let's put on to the next one. Okay, so next, I know I said I had 3 questions, but I cannot for the life of me remember what the third question is. I'll get back to you on that tomorrow. So the next thing we're going to do is make a little to-do list. It's not going to be a massive to-do list, because I don't know about you, but I always feel really overwhelmed when I have a whole to-do list of like 101 things, and then the 101 things do not get done. So, oh wait, I'll show you the layout I'm doing so far. This will probably change over the 30 days, and I know it's probably backwards for you, but I'm literally just listing currently. Those were the 2 questions that we just answered. So next, I don't know why I said so. Do I speak like that? Okay. Next, we're gonna do our to-do list, which isn't really a to-do list. I will probably think of a better way to describe this over the 30 days. I need to stop waffling. So first, we're gonna think of our main mission. What is your main mission for today? So one thing you want to get done that if you don't get it done, you won't feel like you've fulfilled something. Or one thing that you are gonna get done that will make you feel fulfilled today. Okay, so that is your main mission, and I'll need to write it down. I need to think of my main mission. Okay, so my main mission today is go and talk to one of my mentors, because I'm currently doing a business course and I've been contacting some people about potentially starting a business, potentially a fitness app, but very, 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 very early stages, so zip it. But yeah, I need to speak to my mentor today about that. And if I don't do that, I will not feel like I've fulfilled that. I need to describe this in a better way, you know. Okay, speak to mentor. Also, when you're writing down like your main mission and the other things I'll get onto in a second, you don't have to make it something work related at all. It could be as much as going for a walk. So if going for a walk is going to make you feel fulfilled for that day, then write that down as your main mission and make sure that you get it done. It could also be going to the gym, it could be cooking a nice meal for your family, it could really be anything that you're going to get fulfillment from that day. So once you have your main mission written down, you're going to have 2 more columns, and this is what I've got so far. Yeah, that page. So, main mission. I was going to put it in the middle, but I didn't know if I had enough space. This will develop. Next, you're going to have 2 side quests. So, 2 other things that you want to get done today that will also leave you feeling fulfilled. But they come after your main mission. So your main mission, you have to get done. Your 2 side quests, if you don't get them done, it's okay. But ideally, you get your main mission done and your 2 side quests. So, side quest number 1. So my first side quest, I've decided I'm going to film the next podcast episode because I've been putting it off. I love filming them. It's just hyping myself up to go and sit down and go and do it because I get distracted so easily, if you hadn't already noticed. Yeah, so I really drew on myself. I really want to get that episode of the podcast filmed today. There is another one coming out this afternoon at 12 today, 12 BST, yeah, Britain, UK. So if you've not checked out the podcast, go check out the podcast. It's about injury prevention today, or training with an injury. Yeah, podcast. My second side quest, I can't decide, because you know when you have like a really long to-do list, yeah, it's trying to prioritize. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to narrow down the things we need to do into the top 3 that need to be done today, because really there are other days in the week. Even though our to-do list might seem like a mile long, we have other days that we can do those things on. So what do I really need to get done today? One thing I've been putting off, so this is another thing, if the things that are on your to-do list but you've been putting off, there's a good chance that they would make a good side quest, and that means you're going to get them done finally. So one thing I've been putting off is I'm supposed to be filming a video for Amazon about a product in our garden. It's about bench, but I've been putting that off for ages because I don't know how I'm supposed to make a video about bench. So I'm gonna do that, and one way that I can make sure that I do that today is if you go on my Amazon tonight and that video is not up, shout at me, drop a comment to keep me accountable, because that is going to make sure I do it. So, film my bench. These side quests are going to be crazy, you guys. Crazy. One of the main reasons I've not done that, though, is... Oh, I literally just wrote film a bench. I know what I mean. One of the reasons I've not done that, though, is because of the weather. So I can't really film outside because no one's going to hear me when it's wet. Oh, come on. Someone's just started cutting the grass on the opposite side of the road. I hope you can still hear me. Film a bench. I'll leave it at that. I'm going to whip out the highlighter. So, we've got our main mission, I'm so sorry about the noise outside. We might have to start this earlier next time. Okay, never mind, getting distracted. Okay, let's continue. So, we've got our main mission, our primary side quest, and our secondary side quest. Or side quest 1 and side quest 2. This is how it's looking. I'm sorry it's backwards, I don't know what to do about that. But, next, what was I going to do next? I had planned this, you guys. I had planned this, I promise. Okay, so yeah. If you've been on my channel for a while, or a little bit, you'll know that I'm Christian. So a big part of that is that I really want to work on giving each day back to God. So the next section is what I was going to call devotional. So I'm going to look up a scripture or a Bible verse that is going to relate to the quality that we wrote down earlier that I wanted to bring today. This guy's right outside our window now. I'm really sorry. Okay. Yeah, so if you're not Christian, then you can write like an affirmation or a thought of the day. It can really be up to you. I'm so sorry about the noise. I hope you'll go in a minute. But the quality I wanted to bring today... Oh, we stopped. Oh. The quality I wanted to bring today was intentionality, which I hope is a word. So I've actually got my Bible here. This lovely Bible. I love this one because it's so big. I don't take it everywhere, but it's the one I have at home because it's got these edge bits that I can just like draw in. Wait, no, I'll show you my scribbles later. But the verse that I wanted to think about today is from Ephesians 5:15, and this is to do with intentionality. So it's, be careful then how you live, not as unwise but as wise, making the most of every opportunity. And it's really that, making the most of every opportunity, because God's given me so many opportunities. Like he's given me this opportunity to journal and the opportunity to just be on YouTube, like internet and everything, and I'm so grateful for that. But I really need to remind myself of that, because otherwise, I don't know, we tend to get caught up in the day-to-day, and I personally forget about these things, not like on purpose, it just happens and I just do my day. So I really want to be intentional with being intentional, if you know what I mean. That guy, good on him. But okay, so either write down your thought of the day, your affirmation, or your devotional. I can't spell. Another way that, if I don't know which Bible verse specifically relates to the quality that I want to show, I can just Google it, because, or like with online Bibles, there's a section where you can Google a word and it'll match topics in the Bible, which is really cool. So yeah, if you can't find something, then that's a way to do it. So that was Ephesians 5:15-16, if you're looking at the same verse. It's so chill now after that guy stopped cutting the grass. He was very speedy though, I've got to say, really speedy. If it's a longer verse, you don't need to write down the whole thing, unless you want to. I have written down the whole thing, so it's like 2 lines long. But yeah, so I really want to highlight. Like, we need to use these highlight tools. I got it out for a reason. What are my highlights? Make the most of every opportunity. And this is where we get extra and we use the green pen as well. I always like match the highlighter to the colour of pen. I can't not. Just for some little doodles. Okay, we're nearly done, you guys. If you're watching this back, let me know like what time you're watching it, because that'd be cool to know. So here is the finished product. I hope you can, is that focused? It's kind of focused. So it's not very much, and realistically it would take a lot less time than if I had been talking the whole time. But that's the thing, journaling doesn't have to take like an hour long. We've only been here 20 minutes, 20-ish minutes, and you could easily get this done in 5, easily. If you're looking up Bible verses, it might take a little bit longer, but it's just such a good way, because now I know I've got 3 things that I need to get done today. I've got encouragement for my day from the Bible, which is personally a big part of my life. And I've had those questions at the start to help me reflect and give me some direction to my day as well, and really be intentional with my day. Oh, there was another one, because I realised that when you're making your to-do list, there are often little things that we need to get done that we forget about, but they literally take 2 minutes, or less than 5 minutes, let's say. So I like to call these tiny tasks, and ideally I would have put them underneath the main mission and the 2 side quests, so we can work on that tomorrow. But I'll just pop them at the bottom here, tiny tasks. So this is going to be things like, what do I need to do? Like taking the bins out. I said that's so weird. Taking the bins out, putting the washing away, because I did washing yesterday and it wasn't dry, so I need to put the washing away. tiny tasks that you can literally do in less than 5 minutes, just so that you don't forget, because it takes a lot of space, like mental space, out of your brain when you don't write these things down. So tiny tasks. And this is where I forget all the tiny tasks I was supposed to have been doing. If you do think of other tiny tasks throughout the day, then you can obviously just jot them down. It could even be like, I don't know, it could be walking the dog, I guess. I don't have a dog here. Student life, right? They'll come back to me. Replying to emails. But then again, if that is a big part of your job, you might want to put that as one of your side quests. Posting on my Instagram story. There we go. Because that doesn't take very long. Okay. I'm going to add to those tiny tasks throughout the day when I remember the tiny tasks that I need to do. So, this is our day. Our journaling session. Thank you so much for joining me, and I am reading the comments now. Thank you for all the lovely hate comments. But that is why we stay positive and ignore the haters, because, you know, the one thing that hate comments do, I wasn't going to talk about this, but the only person's life that they're impacting is yours if you let it. It says a lot more about the person that made that comment than it does about you, and you can't take that with you the rest of your day. So this is what you need to focus on today. This is going to help you give direction to your day and just get the most out of it. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow.